that can always bring victory. I call upon all of my training. I call upon all of the lost knowledge of the ancient world. I call upon horsemanship and swordsmanship, craft and creation, honor and valor, wisdom and justice, life and the light, the chivalrous arts.
Yeah, but he doesn't have a mic. Oh.
Boom. That looks dope as hell.
Boom.
It does. I'm excited for it.
And,
Yes, yes, Jeff. That is. He's talking about the comic book that he is releasing at Astro.
Yes, sir.
That was his like little promo trailer for it.
And I'm gonna coat me a copy when I'm there.
and we got Alex Abyss right here on the line right now. Alex, are you there?
Hey, what's up, guys? How's it going?
Hey, what's up, Biz? What's going on, brother? Oh my
Holy
God!
shit.
Talking to the legend himself.
True, man. It's true, man. I'm not gonna. I gotta sit here. I gotta be 100% real. Make sure I know who's who. So who's Mr. Longbeard looking fresh?
That's Rue. That's me. I'm right.
That's Big Roo. Okay, got it. And then we got DMB and Freaky P.
Yeah,
and that's the crew.
Yeah, I'm Dead
Yes,
Body
sir.
Man, DBM right here.
Yeah. All right, got it.
Or you can
Can you hear us okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. Okay. There's a little bit of mumbling. Is that coming through on the stream, or is that just in my?
It might just be coming through there. It's just through the cord there.
Okay. I mean, I can't read the comments, but if you're listening, if you could comment that the audio sounds good, or we should try some adjustment in the comments, that would be dope.
Yeah, let us know if you. Yep. Okay, Stir Crazy says
Stream's
stream.
fine.
I
Yeah, we're
trust
good.
Stir Crazy.
Yeah, I do.
He
What-
does things with audio.
Okay. So he says we sound good.
Yep, everybody
Yeah.
saes it's coming through good, man.
All right, sweet.
So we just watched the
Oh.
video for the brand new comic book.
Yeah, man. So I don't know who's familiar with what, so I'll just get down to it. So back in like 2020, 2021, when everything was shut down, I have a business out in Cali. I do video games, and it shut down. Like, I don't know, almost everybody, it didn't matter what you did, your shit was just like shut, unless you were like a paramedic or a firefighter. Then they're like, fuck it, dude, you got to keep working. You can't just chill for a year. Right. So anyway, I've been DMing and GMing for a long, long time. And, people tell me that my stuff's really good. So I took all my best notes and I wrote this book. And this book I feel would definitely have quite a bit of crossover appeal. I mean, you just can't manage ICP and Twiztid and just be like just this normal manager guy, right? I mean, there's some pretty fucking dark, sick shit that's happening in that book that I definitely think that some juggalos would definitely find appealing for sure. And the book's just gorgeous. It's a beautiful book. The guy that drew it, Ryan T, he's going to be at Astro. I got a panel there. I don't know, seminar panel. I don't know how they technically describe it. Going down Friday night, where we're going to go into a lot about the book and a lot of other cool things. But yeah, man, it's excited times. Just got done cutting a deal with Amazon. Going to get that on there exclusively for people that would prefer a digital copy. Being honest, I mean, the digital copy is super dope because you can go panel by panel. But if this ends up blowing up, that ends up being the next big thing. Only the juggalos that got it, the first press, first edition at Astro. I mean, those are the only ones that are going to make money off of it. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you just got a digital copy or some second, third press that you bought a year later at some comic book store, that probably ain't going to be worth nothing.
So buy it now.
Got to get that first printing, man.
Hey, you know what, guys? So I was at the LA Comic Con. I live in the San Diego area, and I got access to both those cons. But I was just like, there's just like no way. I was just like, George and Paul and Jamie, because Astro's a little different than the Gathering. It's kind of like, if you were to like explain it, I mean, you guys can come back at me and be like, I see it this way, but the way I see it is almost like a pop con with concerts at night.
Yep.
Maybe you guys see it differently, but that's kind of how I see Astro.
No, I think
And there's go ahead, say it. Let me hear what you guys' opinion on that.
No, I think you nailed it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just like, you can't get any better than this. So I was originally thinking about dropping the book at the LA Comic Con, but instead I just ran promotions when I was out there, and I was just like, nah, I'm gonna drop this at Astro, and it'd be really cool, to see the Juggalos after all these years. It's just fun.
I think it's a great idea because like everybody wins off of that publicity. Like you win because you get to sell the comic and you get your name out there again and like, hey, this is what I'm doing now. And then Twiztid wins because it's like, hey, we got Alex back and all that stuff. And so like I think it's like a perfect whirl storm of publicity that just works for everybody. I think it's a great idea that you chose the Astro to release that comic.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, it's just situation where they kind of run this pop con comic con thing, and I don't know, it's just a win. But I'm really excited to go to Astro. I'm really excited to drop the book, and the book actually doesn't come out till April 24th. So at Astro you can get it almost 2 weeks early, which I think is something really dope, just a special treat for the Juggalos.
Like, how crazy is it that like a band that you used to manage and like the Gathering was the big thing, and then like you're like, I'm gonna step away for a little while, and then you go into comic books, and then the band made an event that's as big as the Gathering now, or like in the hearts of the Juggalos, that is comic book based, and you're like, oh shit, like damn, oh shit, you're in comic books too, damn, all right, what's up? I just think it's crazy that's how everything ended up for now.
It is. It really is. It's like almost they call it a synchronicity. Like you can't even like make this shit up. It's just like, well, I was already had the book like written, and then I'm sitting there thinking, how am I going to roll it out or where I'm going to debut it, and it was just like, Twiztid has a pop con, right? It's just like,
right.
Oh yeah, right.
Like,
well, all right.
And I think it's like gonna get the biggest flash in the pan, at releasing it at Astro, and then it's like, okay, cool. Now you got the traction. Now you can go to other cons and like, hey, this is the shit,
Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's a really, really strong title. Bro. I mean, there's other people that come out, especially because like all the years I was in the music industry. And like just people come out and like, hey, Alex, check out my demo. And it's just like ass. And I'm just like, bro, this ain't good, bro. So I mean, I had to sit there and I was just like, there's no fucking way in hell that I'm fucking getting. I'm not back in music, but I am back in entertainment. There is a slight difference. But there's no way I'm getting back in entertainment if the book is anything less than a 10. I mean, I had to look for my artist, Ryan T. Man, I looked for him for half a fucking year going through people until I found the best artist. I don't give a fuck. I don't like hyping myself up too much, but I will hype up Ryan. I don't give a fuck. You can put any motherfucker on the planet in a drawing contest. I'll put my money on Ryan every fucking time. That motherfucker's hands are blessed. He can draw some shit. If you're listening, Ryan, but you might have to draw a picture or two live at Astro to prove this point.
Hell yeah. That'd be awesome.
He'll be there, man. He'll be there.
Yeah, it's so crazy how it all, like you said, it all just kind of came back around. I kind of want to ask you about that too. Like, so and we'll get into the past a little bit later. We want to talk about the book right now, but just being gone from this scene for so long, and now you're coming back to Astronomicon. But you linked back up with Twiztid when they did the Net Fest during COVID. How did you guys like come back together? Like, how did that relationship come back around? How did you guys end up linking up for that? I know you just made a short appearance on there.
Bro, I was just like, I've always been around. I mean, you want some honest, true feelings. Like sometimes, I would see like events, and I'm not gonna name the events, but you can probably guess the events. And I'm like, man, do I need to call up and get myself invited to that event And I was just like, man, Alex, you can't fucking do that, bro. That's some Buster shit. You gotta wait for the phone to ring.
Yeah.
You know, so like I'm being really honest with you guys. Like these are like the higher levels of politics. Some of the juggalos listening right now might not understand, but I am letting you guys know that this is really how it works at the highest levels of politics. Do you guys understand what I'm saying or not really?
100%.
Yeah.
Oh, you do? Okay, good.
Oh yeah.
So you know, I'm waiting for these phone calls for these certain events. That I'm like, man, that's off the chain. I would love to get invited to that. And then, you know, it is what it is. Nothing really happened. And so when the guys, when the phone did ring, it's like, hey, you want to blah, 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 give us this plug? I was like, sure. I'll take anything I can get. It sounds great. So, yeah, just did it. It was fun.
That's awesome. So you guys just someone finally reached out, which is awesome. Shout out to George and Twiztid for doing that, because that's huge. For us, just as fans, like that's cool to see, because that, you know what I mean? Like that was, you know, family this, family that. You guys were our family growing up, Juggalo.
Oh, 100%.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
So that's dope to come around, and now here we are. You got a comic book coming out. You're going to be at Astronomicon debuting it, and we kind of we talked about it a little bit. We're gonna reveal Jamie actually did a cover for your book.
Oh.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and reveal that, and let's talk about how that went down.
Oh, the big reveal.
I'm excited for this.
Hold on, give me 1 second. So here we're gonna pull this.
Press the button, Bretton.
Yeah,
Presser.
Alex, so you know that the three of us, we're old school juggalos, man. I've been personally, I think P and I, we've been listening to this since like 94, 95 ish. So I think Dead Body Man actually
96.
came in a little later. Yeah,
Like
96,
oh no,
96.
97. When did Malenko? When was that out? 97.
97, then kind of 98 for
Yeah.
the re-release.
That's about
Right.
when the first time I ever heard him was on a Great Malenko cassette.
Yeah, you're young.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
There it is.
That's
It's up on your
bullshit, bro.
screen right now, guys. The hashtag
is
Jamie
dope.
Drew it pops in vintage. Jamie Madrox
I think that's the best Madrox thing I've ever seen. him draw.
exclusive cover for Chivalrous Arts. That's so dope.
That's dope.
Yeah, that is dope. So yeah, so like you know, we're gonna have like combo packs where you can get both covers and like a bunch of extra free stuff for like one price. But yeah, I'll tell you this, man. You know, I've said it before, I'll say it again. I don't know how far Chivalrous Arts is gonna go, but if I do end up getting an animated series, you know, I don't know, man. I'm just saying, if I win, the Juggalos are gonna win. I'm just saying, bro. Maybe buy 2 copies. Keep one mint, read the other one, and just see. You know, fucking A. You know, we got a role play game coming out. We got a board game coming out. We're hoping to at least get a mobile app, if not a full video game. And I mean, it's cool. I mean, like if you could go back in time and buy some Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles #1.
Right.
I mean, would you grab one or would you grab that whole? Would you grab that whole?
Give me
fucking
the
stack?
whole fucking box, bro.
You guys have any idea? Listen, I want to be clear. I mean, I just threw that out there as a similar type example, but no, my shit ain't going no Ninja Turtles. Maybe 1%. But do you guys have any idea what a first press copy of Ninja Turtles is worth?
Shit, probably about 10, 20 grand.
Way more.
Way more. So we're looking at
Way more.
So we're looking probably about 700,000.
Yeah, a gem mint copy of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is about $500,000.
Ooh, dang.
Crazy.
Yeah, you know what that original sticker price on that book was?
25 cents.
Like $2 or
10
something.
cents.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
no, it was like what? It was $2.95.
Yeah.
There was a little price gouging
Yeah, I was gonna say, 'cause that was the
That-
90s, so yeah.
back in the day. Most of the books was like 99 cents or
Yeah, that's
$1.95 back then. Yeah,
That's crazy.
fucking funny. Yeah. So anyway, man. So let me talk about that cover. So, you know, I was in Detroit. You know, I live in Cali, but I still have a bunch of friends and family in Detroit. And so I was there, and I came in to the office to Magic Ninja Entertainment, and I was just sitting there, and I was talking with George, and I just cut that promo video that you guys had shown, and I had the about half the book done. I kind of had it printed out, and George was thumbing through it, and then Jamie came in and he sat down. He's just like, I heard the video from the hall. Can you play it? And I played it. He's like, this is dope, man. And then he looked through the video. Looked through the printout, and he was seeing all like the scary fucking monsters and all the horrific beasts and demons and shit that are in the book. This is no kiddie book, by the way. I mean, it's definitely very dark feel, cryptic type horror, type book. But it's also got like these badass knights. Well, I don't want to ruin the plot, but it's good shit. You guys trust me on anything. Trust me on this. The book's dope, and you guys will enjoy it. So anyway, Jamie was going through it, and he's just like, this is dope. He's like, man, I want to hook you up. And I was like, how's that? He's just like, I want to do you a cover. I was like, really? He was like, yeah. And I was just like, okay, cool. How about I give you $1,000? And he was like, what? I was like, 2,000? He was like, what? I was like, fuck hey. What, 4,000? He's like, man, I'm a nice guy. I'm getting a little upset. I was like, I don't understand. What is it? He's like, I don't want no money, bro. I was like, oh, I get it. Oh, the other way. Okay, I get it. I was completely going in the wrong direction. You're listening, Jamie. I love you, bro. Thanks for the hookup, man. But yeah, so you guys got to understand, man. You know how much fucking work that was? Probably worked on that thing for a fucking week.
Oh, sure.
But yeah, so he just went at it. He looked through some of the different monsters and characters, and then he picked this one monster that was predominantly featured in the book, and he freaked it, man, and it was awesome.
Yeah, it turned out pretty badass.
Yeah, free of charge, man.
Now, were those like limited edition Astro exclusives, or?
So here's the way that book works. That book will, I don't know what the word. I think that cover I pressed. I think I ended up pressing up 1,500 copies of that cover. So if they all blow out at Astro, they all blow out at Astro. But if they end up, going on the website, and then a few weeks later they run out, then they run out. The bottom line is that book, you're never going to see it with like second press or third press. Once that book is gone, that book is gone. It's never going to be pressed. It's never that cover will never be pressed up again.
So get to Astro and grab you a copy.
Bro, you know what? I mean, that's just how it works, man. It's just like, everyone's like, oh, where'd you get that freshness? Where'd you get that? It's convention special. Convention.
Absolutely.
I went to the convention. And I'm not trying to taunt the juggler. But, bro, if you can make it, let's go. Man, go to Astro. It's going to be fun.
For sure. Yeah, you still got, 10, 11 days to figure it out.
Yeah.
That's plenty of time to tell your boss you ain't going to make it to work.
Well, depends on your boss.
It's not a request, it's a notice. You're telling them you're not going to be there, and they need to figure it out.
That's right. We're not going to make it.
Yeah, I'm not coming in that day. You figure it out.
I'm not going to make it. No, I'm not going to make it.
That's right.
Use my PTO.
I'm excited for it, man. And the commercial or the video we played at the beginning of the episode, I mean, that, I'm not gonna lie, that's like an animation all of its own, man. I would watch that, just that, if it was the full thing. How did that little thing come about? That's pretty cool.
That is dope.
Yeah, I got a couple. I don't know. I guess I'm just a popular guy. I got friends everywhere. I got a buddy of mine out in Cali. All he does is video shit, and I'm just like, I'm like, you owe me a favor, bro. And he's just like, yeah. I'm like, I want to cash it in. He's just like, man, this is like 100 favors, Alex. He's like, you know how much fucking work this is? So anyway, I don't know. We worked it out, and he hooked me up. And yeah, I was really happy with it.
It looks great.
Yeah, thanks, guys.
For sure, man. I think it's super cool.
I'm excited for it. And I'm not a big comic book collector or comic book guy at all, but I'm looking forward to picking this up for sure.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I wouldn't. Like I said before, I seriously been writing for a long time, and yeah, another thing was just like I used to be a big Star Wars fan and a Lord of the Rings fan, and even Marvel. I said this before, like everything they've just been putting out was fucking like just the last like 3-4 years, just been so disappointing. So I was like, you know what, man? Let me put out my own fucking shit. Show them how to put something fucking entertaining and dope out. I trust me. I guarantee you'll have a good read on that book.
Yeah, if you want it done right, you got to do it yourself.
Yeah, it's true.
And I just had I had a quick question. I know you haven't been to the con yet or anything like that, but I know you've been hanging around for you've seen him doing the con and all that stuff. Not that he has to be a part of everything comic in the Twiztid world and all that stuff, but like, have you had any interactions with Dirk Manning? Because like he is like one of the big comic book guys in the the Astronomicon scene and all that. And I'm sure you'll probably link up with him at Astro. I just figured I'd ask because you're talking about the longevity of your project and like you're like I don't know if it's gonna go anywhere. And Dirk has been such a staple of like creating comic books, especially with Twiztid.
Yeah, the haunted highons.
Like the haunted highons and all that stuff. I just wanted to know that maybe have you bumped shoulders with them at the headquarters or something like that, or have you done anything with them, or is that too much?
Hey, the last time I seen Dirk Manning was at the Toledo Sports Arena in the late '90s, and we were talking. Ironically enough, for comics. I don't know what his situation was in comics at that point. But, we had like various little comics, that we were doing at that point and stuff. And, we were just talking about comics. I had to talk with him for like about 5 minutes. But ironically enough, as I was going through my search, I did then come across Dirk as a source. And then he gave me like a bunch of artist options. And then I started going through
Dirk
those also.
really
Actually, yeah, Dirk was a part of this book. Yeah,
he's a really good dude. And if anything, I think you should just go and do, hey man, at the Astro, and because just to hang out, talk.
Hey, if you're listening, Dirk, not only we cut it up at Astro, but we got a free signed copy of Chivalrous Arts coming your way, bro.
Look at that.
Thanks for everything. Yeah.
Yeah, I think
look at that.
Would be a great collab or whatever. I think it'd be great for the industry.
Right.
Yeah, Dirk's awesome. That's crazy because that was probably back in the day when he shadowed ICP for that article or whatever he was writing.
Yeah.
Right.
Like a million.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. At this point, it's just a vague memory. But it was Toledo in the '90s. That's all I can tell you.
It's crazy how everything just goes full circle, man. Like
yeah, it really is. Like it really fucking is. Yeah,
it's wild.
You never know who you're going to be talking to tomorrow. It's just wild.
So I want to talk about the old times, obviously, and I told you when we talked earlier in the week, Alex, that we wanted to share our story of the first time we actually interacted with you.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
All right.
So it was me and Rue.
Yeah, it wasn't really. I don't think it was good, but it wasn't bad either.
We've actually told this story a couple times because it's hilarious to us in retrospect.
It is funny.
So it was
got a great
Peoria, right?
Yeah, it was in Peoria.
So it was the Peoria Gathering,
2002.
It was me, Rue. We were with I don't know if you remember a guy named Havoc. He was a vampire rapper. I was his manager, and a couple other people.
Yeah, actually, I do.
I
do remember something. I do remember something about this rapping vampire. Yeah, I never met the guy or nothing.
Yeah,
he
got like 6 in Underground Psychos.
Okay.
So he had a proper 10 minutes there. But so we were all at the gathering. We're just juggalos having a good time, and they ended up linking up with Sin, with G-Man. It was his first gathering too. It was like the introduction to Zug Island, and they all were smoking together. And he was like, he invited us up to his room.
Yeah.
And we're like, holy shit, where's a bunch of fucking kid juggalos? We're like, all right. He's like, I got more fucking weed in my room and pizza and shit, blah, blah, blah. So it was me, Rue, Havoc, our buddy Jason and their 2 girlfriends. So it was 4 dudes and 2 chicks. And I'm not going to describe what the floor of the hotel looked like, but it was the entire floor. I'm sure you've been on these floors before.
Well, he was there that day.
Well, yeah, he was 100% there that day. We were the only men that weren't security guards. We go into the room.
True.
It was us, G-Man, Esham, Lil Pig, and I think somebody else. And we were in there probably 30 minutes, 45 minutes, just hanging out, eating pizza. Everybody was smoking. Next thing you know, the door flies open.
Flew open.
It's you.
Like,
and you just looked at your watch and you were like, "It's a lot of ninjas in here, Sin."
like everybody got quiet. Like Dad just walked in. Like we're all up shit creek right now. Like we're fucked.
It's a lot of ninjas in here.
And Sim was like, "Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up here." And you're like, "All right, hurry up." And then go ahead, B.
No,
no. And then the door's shut. You're like, "All right, well, hurry up." So then you went out, and clearly nobody was hurrying up. And you came back, and you're like, "What I say? There was a lot of ninjas in here. Let's go. We got to wrap it up. You guys get out." We're like, "Oh shit, we're busted."
So yeah, the first time we met, you kicked us out of a hotel room. But
awesome. What time was it? Was it late?
Yeah, it was. Well, it was probably like, the gathering we got over started about. I guess it got over at like midnight, so it was probably like 1, 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. So first of all, honestly speaking, I don't remember the event. I would say the first thing that would like possibly like put me in like a fucking, I don't know, like a fucking all right regulating type mood. If like, because my number is on the main hotel for problems.
Yeah.
So they're gonna call me for like, "Hey, one of your rooms is being too loud. We're about to call the police and kick you guys out." I'm not even saying that happened,
Right.
but that would be the first thing to come to mind, is that the hotel is sweating me that one of my rooms is just too fucking noisy.
Right.
So, right.
No, we weren't even mad.
No, I wasn't mad at all.
It wasn't even like we weren't even like fuck that dude. We were just like, first of all, we were like, holy shit, that was fucking Alex.
Yeah, we were like, "Oh my god, there he is."
But like I said, I told you earlier, man, it was like you were like the father figure of the Juggalos. So it was just like, Daddy's home. Shit.
Yeah.
We're busted.
We're in trouble. But it was just epic. Like it's funny because it's come like an inside joke for us. Like, man, there's a lot of ninjas in here. Just because we had a room full of dudes, and it was just like,
Yeah.
come on, G-Man, what are you doing, bro? But what is this shit?
Yeah, it was funny because,
Yeah.
because like, yeah, you came in and like we weren't even pissed off. We were just like, it was like a shocking moment for us. Like, dude, there's Alex. Like, that dude's the shit right now.
Oh, he just yelled at us.
He just kicked us out, dude. That's awesome. It was a good time for sure.
Yeah, so I don't remember the event, but I would have to say the terminology is terminology that I would use. So yeah, if you're going to pin that on me, I'm going to have to accept it.
That was awesome, man. It was super funny.
And I appreciate the memories you gave us that day. That was awesome. It's something
sure,
we'll
man.
never forget.
But yeah, speaking of old times, man, I know we don't have all the time in the world, and we could probably talk to you for hours and hours and hours. But I do want to go back. Obviously, we people would hate us if we didn't talk about Psychopathic, ICP. Like, one, I just want to know kind of how, like, if we could go from like a beginning, middle, end type of thing, you know. And I think hopefully we're going to catch up again at Astronomicon. So if we have more questions and things like that,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you at that.
Well,
for sure.
Let me be clear on this. We're definitely doing a second interview at Astro and video and all the shit and whatever questions. Because now the Juggalos were like, "Oh, okay, cool." So if they have a question, well, if you're going, just come say hi. You can ask whatever question you want. But if you're not going, then let the guys know. You know, be like, "Hey, can you ask them this? Can you ask them that?" And yeah, we'll definitely do this again at Astronomicon.
Hell yeah.
yeah, and his panel there, I know it's, you know, the Juggalo lore and the comic book. So I'm sure you'll talk more about that at the panel too. You guys don't want to miss the panel. But I just want to touch on it briefly, like, you know, really just like how it all kind of came together. Because I heard you were on an interview recently with our friend Lars, and I think you touched on it a little bit. Like, you guys were all friends, and like I just want to talk on like how it all.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I want to make sure that the true story is out there, because like there seems to be this like narrative that I was just this, like Johnny come lately after the fact, like money guy that came around lately, after the fact and fucking then laughed and stole and all that narrative, like none of that's the truth or the correct narrative. Like I went to high school with those guys. I met Rob in woodshop class, and he was sitting there and he was designing a battle mech for a game called Battletech, which I don't know if you guys ever heard of. And at the time, I was kind of into like the whole transforming robot things. I'm like pretty much big in anything like Japanese, and that was for the people that probably have no clue what I'm talking about. That was like a really big craze in the late '80s, which is like the transforming robots. Yeah. Like you can like get in one. I don't know. They fire like missiles and lasers.
Like Gundam or something like that.
I don't know, bro. Look, I was
about like mech bots and shit.
They were like spring loaded that they would shoot like missiles out.
Yeah, it's kind of like that. Yeah, whatever, bro. I was like fucking. Like
where you jump in a mech suit,
nerdy stuff.
Yeah. You're like it's like being in a armored suit. It's like almost being like in a tank, except the tank has legs and has a bunch of fucking machine guns and rocket launchers.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
It's an exosuit. Yeah. We know what mechs are.
Okay. Yeah, and I mean, if even if you don't know what that is, if you're a gamer, if you want to just Google, like, I think it's called Mech Warrior, was actually sold a shitload of copies, and that was for like Xbox and PlayStation. Yeah, but anyway, at the time it was like a tabletop combat simulator game called Battletech, and he was sitting there and he was designing mechs, and I was like, oh, that's really cool because kind of like I don't know, just nerdy stuff at the time. Like I played Dungeons and Dragons and liked it. Of course, back then when you played Dungeons and Dragons, like you had to keep it to yourself because it was just like fucking, you were like the devil. Like seriously.
Yeah.
Like if you play versus now, you guys want when you're when we're all together in Livonia. For Astro, we can all go strolling down to Target, and I'll show you fucking all the Dungeons and Dragons books and the coffee fucking mugs and dice at Target. Like, bro, you can't get no more fucking mainstream than a fucking Target.
Right.
Right. That just goes to show you like how full circle that has gone. Yeah. So we started gaming together, and then from there, I met Joe and I met Joey. Joe never really, I may have gamed like one time with him. Gaming really wasn't his thing, but Joey was kind of got into it for like a couple years. I definitely remember having a few role-playing adventures with me, Rob, and Joey. And yeah, they were super, super fun. And then, everyone else, Billy and, other people that you guys have heard of. Yeah, we all went to school together.
No shit. That's crazy.
That's awesome though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was always under the impression that they kind of they met you through Hot Hits, which I guess your sister ran.
Right. So I did work at this is the phenomenon of two things can be true at the same time. I did work at Hot Hits. That is absolutely true. And actually, I don't know if anyone knows, I had to keep working at Hot Hit all the way up till before Ringmaster came out. So Dog Beats, Carnival Carnage, and even fucking Beverly Kills EP. I was still had to work because we just weren't making enough money off of the records yet. We were still, building it.
You were just the friend that had a job that had a little bit of money. It was like, I'll help pay for this. Let's get it going.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
And that was, I mean, for old school juggalos that may or may not know, because there's a shit ton of new juggalos, but like Hot Hits was like the staple. And shout out to your sister, God rest her soul, man. When I went to the first gathering, which is the first time I ever traveled without my family, like I just turned 16 or something. She was the first person I'd met, like in that world. And she, she was working at Hot Hits, and we had to go to Hot Hits because it was like Juggalo.
That was where you went.
Mecca.
Yeah.
And she was the sweetest lady in the whole world. Like it was memorable moment to meet her, and like she was super cool. That store was amazing, and it was just I just wanted to just give her a shout out because
yeah. So like I said, I was saying on Lars' interview, like just 2020 was just such a bad year for me, and it was just no problem. Yeah, she died in 2020. Like, of course, like because it was just a terrible year.
Yeah.
Another thing is another interesting note is I had my doggy. I had my doggy. Her name was Candela. It was this Chow Chow that Joey gave to me, believe it or not, back in the day. Yeah, and she lived 17 years, and she died in 2020.
Oh, man.
Same shit. Yeah. So yeah, man, it was good. I know probably everybody listening could be like, hey, all this shit happened to me in 20. I know, bro. I know. Trust me. Like, I don't even know, like, one person's like, oh, 2020 was great.
Right.
Not even fucking one. Yeah, everybody had a
I think
terrible
2020 killed
year.
a lot of dogs because it killed mine too. So
Yeah, it's terrible.
yeah.
Sorry about that, bro. I mean, some people make fun of that shit, but man, when you've had one for a long time, man,
Oh,
that
that's
shit
family.
hurts.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
that's your
family.
boy or that's your baby girl, right?
Yeah.
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 Well, it's it's tragic to lose a pet for sure. So was that?
I mean, go ahead.
No, finish your thought.
I was gonna say, like, like how often, like with humans, whether your girlfriend or your wife or whatever, or even your like buddy. I mean, most of the time it's like, hey, what's up, bro? But like your dog, bro. You get up in the morning and whatever, let them out of the bathroom or wherever they're at. Man, they come up running and they jump up on you. I mean, it's like legit. They're like legit. Hey, what's up, homie?
Yeah, it's the best. It's the best kind of love for real.
Right. Glad to see you. And it's like, man, I got to go to the store. Anybody want to go? Man, you look down, man, you see 4 fucking legs and a big fucking long tongue and panting.
Right.
Right, yeah.
That's
You
beautiful.
fucking,
Like, you son of
Yeah,
a
you-
bitch, I'm in.
Yeah, it's the
right,
beautiful thing.
exactly. Just like, you ain't got to ask twice. I'm always down to
Hey,
ride.
I'm a dog guy through and through. Like, I'm never gonna have kids, but dogs are my family, so I totally resonate with this. I get it.
Yeah, well, then you actually might get a little bit extra kick out of my book because there's 4 main characters, and one of the main characters actually is a dog, which I don't want to ruin any more of the plot.
Uh-oh.
He's actually a little bit more than a dog, but
Is he
is
he
he
a mystery investigator?
he's got no dog. No, this is
He's not
fucking.
Scooby.
No, it's nothing lame. You'll see. Just you know
He
what, bro?
fights crime. He's scrappy.
You know what? If you can swing it, binge read the book Friday night. We'll talk Saturday if you can fit it in. If you can't, maybe if you can fit it in Saturday night, we'll talk Sunday. But you'll see what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, so you'll be there all weekend then, correct?
Oh yeah.
All right, cool.
Oh yeah, all weekend. I got a autograph session. I got photo shoot. Yeah, I got event every day, and plus I got a booth too. I mean, I'm not planning on being there, but I mean, whatever. I'll be in and out. I'll be around. Let's just put it that way for sure.
Yeah,
So,
sweet.
not to get like super deep or anything, but like we're talking about like all the loss in 2020, and the world being shit and bad things happening. Was that kind of like maybe a catalyst for like you getting into writing this story? Like, fuck it, we're running out of time. Maybe linking back up with Jamie and Paul, and then like, was that kind of a thing where it's like it's time for me to like do these things, or made you remember like the happy days, or you know what I mean? Like,
Well, I just fucking, I've just always felt that I've had really, really good writing abilities, and like I would GM at like conventions professionally, and it's almost the same skill set. This is the world, these are the characters, this is the situation, this is the drama. Except when you role play, I'm like, here you go, you're gonna be a boxer, and here you go, you're gonna be a firefighter, here you go, you're a policeman. And that's like for modern times. If it's like in a fantasy setting, all right, you're a ranger, you're a knight, you're a wizard. it's the same shit. And then they do the interaction. So the only difference is, I create the heroes and this is what you have them do. And yeah, it's just like, I'm like, you know what? If I got all these good stories in me, let me get them out there. And and just as far as, like I said, you can Google it. It's called a synchronicity. The fact that, Paul and Jamie and George, do a pop con, it's just utterly fucking fantastic. Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, I can't wait for you to check it out either.
It's a good time. It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have fun for sure. It'll be a good time.
So going back to the psychopathic stuff, I think this will probably be the only negative part of the interview, if it's even negative. But speaking of 2020, ICP did the Patreon streams and they did their shoot interview, and they told the story about about you leaving, and maybe like you mentioned earlier about money missing or whatever happened. So I just wanted to give you that opportunity to talk about that, kind of like what happened at the end of your run there. Like, I know I guess the story goes you just committed to the Joker cards and you just wanted to move on, right? And then
here's the deal, man. Hold on a second. You guys really want to know what I'm doing? I'm grabbing a bottle of water.
That's all right. I got two of them sitting next to me.
I'm drinking.
I understand completely.
I'm drinking medieval water. It's fine.
You gotta, can't be parched.
You gotta be hydrated,
especially after such an intense.
Yeah, he's gotta wet the whistle before he goes on and tells the tale.
So even right now with what I'm doing is, am I getting back in entertainment? Yes, but entertainment is very broad. I'm still not getting back into music.
Yeah, OnlyFans only.
The way I work is when I'm into something, I'm a workaholic. So like I got to be into it or else I won't work on it. But if I'm into it, working 60, 70, 80 hours a week, it's not a problem. Like right now, like other than this interview, I've been seriously working 14 hours a day on all this shit to do for my book release. And that's just where I'm at. So if I'm into something, I love working it. And, for the whole Psychopathic Records thing, I was fine with it because, a deal's a deal. We were going to do the 6 Jokers cards, and I did them. And they did better than I thought. And it was a great success, and everybody had a good time. And then, honestly, I retired, and everything was good. And I was constantly in contact with Rob because we could still had all the role-playing stuff and gaming stuff that we could do together. The last time I was at his house was either 2012 or 2013. We did some BattleTech. A bunch of friends were there. What's the name of the big guy that he did the board game with? Does anybody know this man? Lewis, yeah. Lewis was there. I played some BattleTech with Lewis. It was a fun time. And then
I played Echo Side with Lewis.
Yeah, right. And then other than that, it's just like, so he's still in Michigan. I'm in Cali. Just like, hey, gaming convention. You going? Okay, cool. See you there. I'd see him at gaming convention. Last time, I seen him at gaming convention was like 2019. And same thing. I said to Lars, hey, same thing I said every time. How are the guys doing? Oh, they're doing good. Tell them I said hi. I mean, like I said, like never ever, like, look, guys, this is seriously, like, no, we're not bullshit. We're talking like serious money here. Like, come on. It's just like, there's a certain way to like do business. I mean, like, can we talk about something or send an email or a text message or a phone call, or we had a question about one thing, or like I told Lars, just audit all the fucking books then. Right. You don't have to guess. It's like there's systems in place. There's ways to do things. But yeah, it was just like out of nowhere. I just got lit the fuck up. And it was just a complete fucking surprise.
Yeah. And that was you left in 2006, right? Am I right about that?
Yeah, I left in 2006.
So 14 years later,
Right. It's fucking all these years ago. So on the shoot interview, so first of all, it was like there was $3 million in the savings account exactly, and that was weird. There was $3 million in the savings account because that's a round number. Because there was also several other hundreds of thousands of dollars in the checking account that didn't get mentioned. So yeah, it was true that when we chopped the $3 million, it was like, hey, we should do something for Billy. Where'd that money come from? It came from the checking account. Oh, it did? Yeah. That's where that came from. So, all right, so let's just take what Joe's statement at face value. So he said a year later, he looked at the bank account and there was $3 million in it. He's like, I must have gotten fucking got for millions. So that bank account didn't start from zero. It started with, let's say, about 400,000 in it. So, okay. So he's like, there was like 2.6 million new money for a total of 3 million. You know what? So let's just go with that. So I look at all the returns from 2000 all the way to 2005, the last full year I was there. And, if we got any math ninjas on the line, some years we did 2 million. Some years we did 2.5 million, which is the exact amount that he's seen and freaked him out. And I added it all up. And from between 2000 to 2005, we did about 13.5 million. So it's like, hey, look at this. Alex Abyss is admitting to 13.5 million. Yes, I am. Way more than 3 million. And what happened to it? Well, we paid about 6.75 million in taxes. Each guy earned out about $1 million, which really isn't much over 6 fucking years.
No.
Is that even 200,000 a year? That's not even 200,000 a year. So we all earned out a modest income. So if you take that and you subtract 3 million from 6.75 million, you're left with like 3 million or 3.7 million, which is almost exactly what the checking and savings account fucking had in it to the penny. So, any other questions?
No.
Sounds legit to me.
Sounds spot on.
Yeah.
It sounds spot on.
I mean, especially when you know, that money is there to pay employees and pay people that, or taxes, whatever.
Listen. If you're a juggalo listening and you're just a wage earner, if anyone's like, hey, you're getting a job, you're going to make $20 an hour, and you're going to work 40 hours a week, the first thing that might pop in your mind is, where is my $800? Where is it?
Right.
At the top of your check, it's going to say 800, but at the bottom of your check, it's going to say like 525
Right.
or 515 or some fucking bullshit like that. And that's the low wage. When you're in the high wage, they take 50%.
Yep.
But a business, you can ask anybody you want, a business is responsible for paying their own fucking taxes.
Yeah.
So at the end of the year, this is what we made, and then you pay it. So whatever's in there, whether it's $1 million or 2 million or 3 million, that shit's going to get chopped in half, and then the executives take some pay.
Yep.
That's how anybody that runs any fucking company works. So even by their numbers, what they're like, this is what happened, and I'm like, okay, yeah, that's about right. This is what happened to it.
Yeah, no,
Taxes and
that's right.
taxes and payouts. What the fuck?
Yeah.
So I don't know, bro. Like I said, I really want to get to the point where fucking we can patch things up and move forward on this. I do not have
For sure.
any axe whatsoever to grind with the guy. We're good, and I ain't a bitch. I don't need a fucking apology. I don't need anything like that. I just need the guys to be like, yeah, we're straight, and that's it.
Right.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, it sounds to me like it was just, a misunderstanding, or maybe Joe just spoke without thinking, which is a common thing.
That happens a lot.
You know what I mean? But since it was public to thousands of people, It doesn't go away.
No.
You know what I mean? And then just people, juggalos run with it, haters run with it, people just grab it. They're like, oh shit.
Yeah, it gives you a bad name or them a bad name, whatever.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. And I mean, honestly, it kind of like certain juggalos, like it's kind of caused sadness in the juggalo community for no reason.
Yeah, we have
because there was always the magic golden years.
Yeah.
And the original narrative, it's the true narrative is the original narrative. It was a band of brothers that freaked it. And now we got this new narrative. No, there was this traitor guy in the crew. And it's just like, really? It's so, you know, and it's just like, talk about like a trash storyline. You know, it's like, hey, Vince McMahon, can you write me a better storyline? It's just like, okay, so now it's just like NWA or even Motley Crue with their manager, or even like 1955 fucking, you know, Chubby Checker. You know, that's just like the oldest trope in the music industry is the fucking my manager stole all my money. It's just like, okay, awesome.
Yeah, man. And it's, you know, it's like, I hopefully, you know, talking about it will make it better. And maybe, you know, hopefully they'll hear it and be like, yeah, we fucked up. Because just the idea of just the legacy you guys created, just for me as a fan, I'm sure many other people, especially the old school juggalos, like that legacy. And like I told you earlier, you were, you know what I mean? You were a father figure to a lot of kids growing up because you were like the authority in that world. You're the only man I've ever seen grace a stage in front of thousands of juggalos and they all shut up, which was a big deal.
Yeah. Like I said, bro, I ain't looking for an apology. I ain't looking for a retraction. I'm not even looking for an explanation. All I'm looking for is, oh, the guys have dropped it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
They've just dropped it. They moved on from it. Good. They've dropped it. I drop it. We all move on. Who knows? Maybe we can fucking try to do something together in the future. But yeah, man, I mean, I ain't coming out of here. I don't give a fuck. No matter what, I will refuse. I would never throw fucking any fucking dirt their way. Because like I said, man, those were my boys. And, you know, just doing that will just tarnish the legacy of fucking what we did. Which, in my opinion, is one of the greatest stories, if not the greatest story in music history. Because we didn't have all the radio and all the fucking MTV. Fuck, we did it ourselves. So that's why it's the greatest.
Yeah, for sure.
It's amazing. Yeah, 100%. So being out for so long and being part of this huge legacy, and now here we are, I guess just over another 17 years removed.
17?
Do you I mean, obviously you paid a little attention. You still went to gaming cons with Rob and stuff like, but have you seen, you know, some of the things that Psychopathic has done and M&E has done and even like Long Live Evil and like all the different strands of the underground? Like, have you paid any attention to like,
bro, I'm gonna school your ass. I'm gonna school your ass because one of my fucking all-time heroes is George Lucas. And when he sold Disney, the story will come up. After he sold Disney, he was on his way because he heard like a few years later they were shooting the new Star Wars film. And he said he was driving on his way to the fucking studio to fucking peep in on the production and see what's going on and put his 2 cents in. And he said he pulled over the car and stopped on the fucking highway for an hour as he checked himself. And it was just like, either you're all in or you're all out. And he's just like, that's what he said on it. He's like, I sold. He's like, I checked out. He's like, I'm out. I'm out. I'm done. He's just like, you know, whatever, my Instagram feed, fucking Twitter feed, whatever fucking Star Wars. He said he cut them all. And that was it because, you know, he had moved on. And so, yeah, basically kind of the same thing. No, like the first year, maybe the first couple of years, definitely, you know, like 06, 07, you know, definitely, you know, I sit there and, you know, fire up the computer. For the younger ones, you basically had like a desktop and it was slow and shitty. You didn't just have the internet on your phone the way you do now, all fucking easy like. Yeah, so, you know, I'd fire up a computer and see what's going on. But I mean, honestly, since 08, like not at all. I've just been doing my own thing. I had a lot of changes. I got married. I started having a bunch of kids. I opened up a gaming business, and just like I just had like my own things going on.
For sure. No, absolutely. So is there a world where you get back into the music business?
I can't say zero. I can't say 0%. I really can't. I really can't say that it's 0%. I mean, throughout the years, not to exaggerate, I'd say I've at least had, 20 various rappers or bands be like, "Come on, bro, you want to get back in the fucking music business?
Listen to my
You can
ass
manage,
mixtape."
you can manage me and this or that." I could name a few. I could name a few. I would guarantee you, if I would name a few, you would be like, "Oh, I know that guy. Oh, I heard of that guy. Oh, that guy was at this gathering. Oh, that guy was at Astro."
I believe it.
But I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. But yeah, like I said, just the way my work method of operation is, I just gotta be like into it. So if I met a group that, I was really feeling the music and, their vibe and what they're about, I definitely say it's like possible. But right now, I'm trying to delve deep into the nerdy world. Like I said, board games, role-playing games, comic books, stuff like that. So that's where I find myself today.
But I heard you are dropping an album.
Busted. Okay, yes.
Oh shit.
Well, there was that little teeny tiny piece of Psychopathic CEO that was still remained deep in my heart that said, "One last time, one last record." Okay, I want to be clear to the juggalos that are listening that it's just a single. It's kind of like almost like a promo. Like if you read the book, if you read the graphic novel and then hear the single, it'll make a lot more sense to you. But I want to be clear, it is not fresh. Like it's not fresh, but it is. It is level 10 ninja fresh, and it is level 10 ninja fun. But I just want to be clear. I want everyone to know that I don't think that it's fresh for real. But it's got a hell of a lot of novelty appeal to it. That's for sure.
It's entertaining. It's for entertainment purposes only.
Yes, for entertainment purposes only.
Yeah.
You got a graphic for the fellas?
Yeah, it keeps messing up. Hang on. I keep putting it up there and it keeps blowing up. It's so excited it blows up on its own. Hang on, I'll fix it. Oh man. I've never seen it do that before. I literally clicked the normal size image and it blows up to where you can see it.
Yeah. Oh, that's it. That's all they get to see. They get to see a little bit.
There it is.
There it is.
I got
There it is.
There we
Limited
go.
edition, first pressing, only 1,500 copies made.
Yeah, and we're not going to repress.
That's
That's it. So once those are gone, those are
I love
gone.
that it's in an old school CD case with the old school stickers on it and all that stuff. It's got
Yeah.
that vibe
the
to
hype
it.
sticker.
Yeah, right.
All the flavor, the inside art is looking dope as
shit.
fuck too. Yeah, it's a nice piece. I'll tell you what. We're running a super combo where you get both books. You get Jamie's cover, you get the original cover, you get that CD, you get a poster, and you get a sticker. I don't know, for like $50, like fucking $80 worth of shit. That's hopefully next year at this time will be like worth like a couple hundred.
Now, I don't know if you want to give too much away, but like, what is this? Are you rapping? Are you? What's going on here?
It's a spoken word. It's
Okay.
a spoken word.
So similar to the to the video.
Yeah, similar to the
Okay.
video. Correct.
Because I was like, man, if you're on there rapping, Alex, like we're gonna need some more than 1,500
So
copies.
how long?
Yeah. I don't know. We'll see.
So
If I
how
get
long
a
is this
if I get a
track?
book, if I tell you what, if I get a book too, I go in the studio. I'll see if I can bust out a rap song. I'll see how it is, and maybe for book 2, I'll do a rap single promo.
Just do
Yeah,
all,
so
just do all auto tune. You'll be fine.
That's
yeah.
dope.
So yeah, so we already had some music elements and some spoken word elements for the video. So we went back and we added about 2.5 minutes of all new shit and kind of mixed it in. I think the final recording time on that piece is like 3 hours and 3 hours. Wow. It's like it's like a 4 CD box set. It's like 3 minutes and 45 seconds, or maybe 3 minutes and like 50 seconds. It's almost like a 4-minute long track. But it's cool though. I'll tell you what though. What you gotta do is you gotta get a hold of a Psychopathic mushroom. You gotta eat it, and then you gotta get a hold of a good high quality strain of 420 and smoke it, and then listen to the song. You'll be like, oh man, this thing is great.
Holy cow! And you can have the book in front of you for visuals as well.
Yeah, everything, all the benefits.
You think Alex Abbis came back in the game and didn't think of everything?
Right?
You know, let's keep the shit fun, right?
Hell yeah.
Definitely.
Oh yeah, that's what we were talking about it before we came on the show. Just a weird random question. What's up with the name spelling?
Yeah. Why?
Let's talk about that. So, basically, I kind of like always wanted like I don't know. Like I'm also a big fan of Stan Lee, and that's kind of like from Marvel, and it's kind of like that was his name, and it kind of blended together. And he always would tell the story that he was gonna, like, one of these days, like, write a great book with like a pseudonym. So I just, it's kind of a variation on my name. So I'm a fluent Arabic speaker. So L means the. So when I just changed it to Alex the Abyss, which is, I don't know. I just thought it was fucking cool. It's just my pen name. It's me.
That's what I figured. I figured he just made it abyss, like deep into the abyss. Like that's a way
right,
cool.
right, yeah,
Same
okay, yeah.
name,
So
but
you
a
got
little
it.
cooler.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah, but I wasn't gonna tell you why you changed the name. I wanted to ask, but that's what I figured. I was like, oh, that's way cooler for a comic, especially like.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially a dark comic with
Yeah.
like fucking demonic cults doing terrible things and bringing demons into our world. The book's cool, bro. It's definitely got some dark elements to it, but it's got some fun elements to it. Yeah. It's I don't know. I guess we'll just have to see what you guys think. But honestly, I think it's something really special.
I'm hyped for it, man. I'm
Me
hyped.
too.
I'm hyped for you. First of all, I've been to every Astronomicon, and I'm not a big celebrity guy. Like, you know what I mean? There's a few people where I'm like, oh, that's cool.
6.5.
It's true. I wasn't at 6.5, but it's like, you know, I have a good time. I love the people. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
it's-
more of like seeing the family and the friends, and you know, obviously Jamie and all, you know, those guys too. But it's like, I'm not a big celebrity con guy. But then they announced you, I was like, this is fucking epic. Like, as an old school
Right.
juggalo, I'm like, hell yeah, Alex is back. Like, that's so hype.
Yeah, you were like,
And now you got a comic book too, and I love comics. These guys aren't as nerdy as I am in that world, but
I like video games, so I'm
Yeah.
a little bit of a nerd.
fuck yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm hyped for it, man.
yeah. When I heard you were announced, I was like, damn, dude. I two people I want to see it out at Astro, Alex Abyss, and then my buddy Buckshot.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited when they announced you. I was like, hell yeah, dude, that's dope as shit.
Oh yeah, man. Oh yeah, no, it's good. George has been taking good care of me. Yeah, you guys. How's you guys' experience? You guys familiar with George? You guys meet George? You know George?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I would consider George a friend, man.
Yes.
I've known George since he worked for you. He's the one that put Havoc on the Gathering back in the day when we played the Gathering, and I've talked to him since. We've actually had him on here years ago.
Yeah.
The beginning days of this show was like hardcore juggalo. Like, if I'd have known how to get in touch with you 7 years ago, I would have tried my best, because it was like we had Missy.
I believe we tried.
It was like
actually.
Missy, Choco, Vinny the ICP kid. Like, it was like super juggalo. Like, the first year of our show was like, it was all, and then obviously we started getting artists and then some bigger names on. But yeah, I absolutely love George. I consider him a friend. Jamie's a huge supporter of our show. He drew a comic book cover for me.
Yeah, I consider them all friends. For sure.
Yeah, I love him to death, man.
Yeah, I can. George is a great guy. He's busting his ass on tour. You're probably too busy busting your ass on tour tonight, George, to be listening in. But yeah, if you're here, brother, thanks for everything, bro.
If
Really
he's-
looking forward to doing some business with you.
Hell yeah. Say if he's not here, Winnegar will tell him what happened.
Yeah, for sure.
Shout
Okay.
out to Winnegar too. No, we love everybody over there, man. They're good dudes. And I'm excited for you to not only be back in the scene, even if it's for a minute, just to see the world. What's happened?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to leave you guys on this mega cliffhanger because there might be something secretive in the works, something big.
I'm excited.
And that's all I could say. There might be a little bit more flavor coming, or actually quite a bit more flavor coming than I can reveal. But yeah, that I got to keep it at that now. I might have already said too much, but there might be some serious major freshness that's going to be coming up. Well, we'll see.
Well, we're
We'll
looking
see.
forward to it for sure.
I'm here for it, man.
Yeah.
I
So
love to see
don't assume just this little, he stuck his pinky toe in the juggalo water and now he's moving on. Don't make such assumptions. I'm telling you, there may or may not be something very, very new, big, and secretive coming up. And that's all I can say.
Those are my favorite types of things. Hopefully, we
Yeah.
learned some about it at Astro, and for everybody listening, we're gonna link up again at Astro and bring you guys a video version of different conversations with Alex. So, if you guys have questions, send them to us. Let us
drunk
know.
party version. I don't even know if you drink, but drunk party version.
I don't know about that.
I drink, I smoke. And you guys smoke? You guys want me to bring you guys a little this California Pacific Ocean bud? that I
Tony's the
got?
only one that smokes, and he's not going to be there.
Yeah.
Bruce smokes
man.
cigars, and we both drink plenty.
Yeah.
You can
okay.
give him any gifts that you want to give to me. And, yeah, I love edibles.
But yeah,
Okay.
there's plenty of smokers there for sure.
Yeah, for sure. Maybe I'll bring a little bit and pass it out anyway
Oh.
So,
to those.
You want to make a
those
little
that would
extra
like it.
friends?
oh,
Well,
I'm sure. Yeah,
we'll
people will be
definitely have
happy.
to have a drink together for sure.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
yeah, I'm down for that.
It's gonna be a good time for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's gonna be awesome, man. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm looking forward to meeting you in person for sure.
Yeah. Hey, listen, guys. I don't know if you guys can hear it in my voice. It's literally starting to get a little hoarse, but it's cool.
Gotcha.
We can go a couple more minutes. You guys got a couple more.
Yeah, I was just gonna. I was
more
gonna.
questions. We're gonna start shutting this down though
For
really
sure.
soon. But again, none to be too sad about. We'll be firing it right back up in 12 days of that.
All right.
Right.
When you get off here, drink some hot tea with some honey, spoonfuls of honey, man. Rest up, boys.
Yeah, you're gonna be talking a lot out there.
Yeah, you are.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But yeah, I'll leave you with one more question, man. Just because people are asking, people want to know, the juggalos want to know. Let's say whatever issues you may have had with the clowns or whatever, that's not real, and you guys squash it. Are you ever gonna? You think there's a world where you're back at Psychopathic, or you're running a gathering, or you're doing something like that? Like, is there a time where you could see yourself being back as the Alex Abyss that we knew 17 years ago?
So, so Rob runs the gathering. Billy runs Psychopathic. I'm not would never want to step on anybody's toes. So I don't really see that as being possible. But I mean, if we could get past our current grievances, which I really, really, really hope we can. I mean, if I was invited, yeah, I mean, I'd go to a gathering. I'd do an autograph at the gathering. I'd do a seminar. I mean, I'd love to be at.
We should do a seminar
for-
on proper management techniques.
Sure.
Yeah, somebody said that earlier.
Yeah, somebody said that in the chat.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to go, but as far as like that, no. But this secretive thing that I have in the work is definitely very, very, very fresh for juggalos, and it doesn't like step on anybody's toes. And I really can't say anything else. Well, one, because now is not the time to announce it,
Right.
and two, it's like a living, breathing thing. It's not quite formalized yet, but we got some freshness crackling. That's all I got to say.
Hell yeah.
I'm excited for it.
Me
Big
too.
Sherm is the one that said that comment. Shout out to Big Sherm.
Big Sherm.
Big Sherm in the house.
Big Sherm.
Hell yeah, man. Well, I'm excited for it. I hope we can learn more about this big secret project at Astro.
Yes.
The new comic book, Chivalrous Arts, is dropping. The Jamie Madrox cover, limited edition. The CD. God knows what else this man has up his
Everything.
sleeve. You're on Instagram at Alchemist Elite Comics. You guys can follow Alex over there and the team that's putting together this comic book. Now, is this like the only? I know you said you hope this one's successful for a number 2. Are there other titles or anything on Alchemist Comics, or is this specifically for the Chivalrous Arts?
Nah, man. If this book ends up hitting, fucking, some juggalos that can draw, some juggalos that can write some stories, maybe some collabs. Let's go, man. Fucking Double A's got a comic book line. He's very juggalo friendly.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, straight
That's
up,
huge.
man.
Hell yeah, that's awesome.
I got distribution with Diamond. I got fucking distribution
Oh,
with
wow.
fucking Amazon. So I mean, yeah, I can get that shit out there.
I apologize in advance for your DMs, but there you go.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of talented and creative juggalos out there, man. So
Yeah, man. Hey, you fucking if you're going to Astro, put together you artist or you writer, whatever, man. Come by, talk for a minute. Let's see if maybe we can do some work together for sure. Because yeah, this is where I'm at. Oh, and also if you're a juggalo / nerd, board games, role playing games, card games, all that nerdy shit, definitely talk to me there too. Because that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at right now.
Hell yeah.
that's awesome, man. Hell yeah. So if any old school juggalo, definitely come out to Astro because it's going to be a good time. Alex Abyss is going to be in the house.
It's gonna be a port.
Oh
It's gonna
yeah,
be a
even
family reunion.
if you're a new school juggalo that wants a little bit of taste of the what they call the golden age, come on over, see what's up,
A
man.
little history.
Could be a new flavor, could be a new golden age. Get ready to start. You never know.
Come on, young bloods, let's school you. Come on
Amen.
over here, let me
True.
school you.
The
Amen.
legend.
And hopefully we'll get more into the golden age when we see you in 12 days. 12 days.
Yeah, man. Well, bro, when I'm talking to you guys, the time fucking flies.
It does.
It's the funniest shit. I shouldn't break fucking cover, but when we were talking, Paul was like, we'll go on there 30, 40 minutes. It's like almost an hour and a half.
Right? Well, when we talked the other day, you were like 30 minutes. I was like, bro, we've already been on the phone.
Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's cool. But yeah, but legitimately, you definitely need to start chewing down those halls. And the more important thing is let's keep a little meat on the bone for Astro because it's coming right up.
For
For sure.
sure.
Yep. Absolutely.
Absolutely, man. Well, I'm looking forward to seeing you and talking some more and hanging out and
Yes.
hearing
me too.
some stories on and off camera. And if you guys aren't going to Astro, you should fucking sign up right now. And for the people that aren't going, they can order the book through your website, right?
Right. You can get it on if you want it digital, you can get it on Amazon on April 24th. Or if you want an actual book, which in my opinion, if the series actually hits, is going to be worth quite a bit, then yeah, you can just go right to the web store. The link is right on the Instagram page, and you can go ahead and pre-order one right now.
Andy says, how about the bundle? I think only at Astro unless it doesn't sell out, correct?
No, I've set aside $200 for the web store, and then the rest at Astro. But the Jamie Madrox cover will not be reprinted again. Period. When it's just the one initial pressing, when it's gone, it's gone. So you won't open up a book and see the monster cover, second press, third press. Not that. Now the night cover, that you'll see, but not the Jamie Madrox. We do the one batch. They're gone. They're not coming back.
Well, if you don't mind, would you put 4 bundles aside for Replicon Radio? I know P would like to, and I would like to.
That's true. You already got 4 sales from us.
All right, you guys got it.
But
And for you guys, no special. I'll throw in either extra hat or extra shirt to show you guys a little love. But I'll tell you what, though, might want to swap. You guys got that one black bucket hat? That'd be
yeah.
looking dope, bro. I've got my eye on it. Just saying.
Hell yeah, we can hook you up. I'll hook you up with a bucket hat.
Yeah, we got you on a bucket. hat for
Double
sure.
A can get a bucket
Give
hat.
him one of those.
All
ICP
right,
covers,
man. Bring me that bucket hat. I'll give you. I'll trade you. I'll give you fucking a sweet deal. I'll trade you. I'll trade you one bucket hat for 2 shirts.
Hell yeah.
I got XL, double, and triple. Please tell me that'll work.
Well, they need 9.
Well,
so
We're
a
both fat as
9X.
hell, I can tell you
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Or the trip's gonna work.
I'll squeeze into one.
You can squeeze in a trip. Okay.
Ruben might have a problem.
All good.
He's losing weight.
I am losing
Goals.
weight, so that'll just
Goals.
that'll make me push a little harder to fit in it.
We're going on diet so we can fit in the double A shirts.
All right.
Hell
Sounds
yeah, man.
good. All right, guys. Man, it's been a blast. Now I was like level 9 excited for Astro, but now I'm like level 10, man. It's gonna be fucking
shit.
fun hanging out.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time.
It's gonna be a party. It's gonna
If
be a
everyone
family
else
reunion.
sucks, we'll make it fun for you. But everyone else is going to be
Promise.
awesome too.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be a good time.
For sure,
All
man.
right, guys.
Thank you
Yeah,
so much
so,
for being
we're-
here, bro.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you,
no,
Alex.
it's a-
Appreciate it.
Thanks for having me on. We'll hook it up at Astro, and shit, that ain't gonna be the end. We'll see. Maybe a month after that. We'll see. Whatever. We'll get back on there and give you guys a little update. We'll see how things are
We
going.
love updates.
Hell yeah, man. Absolutely, brother. Thank you again for being here. Thank you for 17 years of magic,
Yes.
and God knows what's ahead of us. I can't wait. You schooled it the first time. I can only imagine what we're gonna get the second time, man.
Right.
Yeah, it might be time to rise again. We'll
Yeah.
talk. All right, take care, guys.
All right,
All
brother.
right, Alex,
Much
you have
love.
a good one. Be
All right,
careful,
take care,
bud.
man. Much love. All right, yeah.
Whoop, whoop.
Peace.
Oh,
Hell
yeah,
yeah.
that's what.